Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing another ranking video, and I'm going to be ranking the Phantasm franchise. Now, the Phantasm franchise, to me personally, I feel like is a very underrated franchise. It's not one that gets talked about a lot, and the films are unique in their own way. They're different in their own way, and I just wanted to do a ranking video, giving my ranking on what I find to be the least greatest to me the best out of the franchise. And I know everybody's list is going to be different, but with that being said, let's get into it. So at number 5 we have Phantasm 4, which is also Phantasm 4 Oblivion. Um, this movie, it's the story's decent. We do get a little backstory on why the tall man is so interested in Michael, but the film itself, throughout the whole thing takes place in the desert in one location, and I really did not like that. It felt more like we were getting a prequel in some way. um, and we get a backstory on the tall man, who he was and what happened to him in some way, which is pretty interesting to say the least. But to me, it's definitely the weakest out of the franchise. It's not one I'll if I'm gonna watch all the films, I will watch it, but it's not a film I will constantly revisit at a on a constant basis. But yeah, so Phantasm 4 is at my number 5. At number 4 we have Phantasm 5 Ravanger. um, I like Phantasm 5. It took a little too long to finally come out. um, the story's interesting. I do like a lot of the throwbacks that we get. I like that it kind of plays the psychology with you, whether you kind of can't tell the difference on what's reality and what's not. I thought that was pretty interesting. The special effects they're not the greatest, um, which is really a shame. You can definitely see that the quality um, is a downgrade from the previous films, but I do find it to be a lot better than the fourth movie. There's a lot going on in this film, which I do like. So it's it's a film I enjoy, but it's not going to be at the very top. It's still at that low bottom. So uh, that's at number 4. At number 3, we have Phantasm 3. I like Phantasm 3 for what it is. I like the introductions of the new characters. I like the little Home Alone style, uh, you know, deaths that we get in the movie. But for what it is, it's pretty decent. Um, you know, Kind of the same formula that we get in the second film, so there's not a whole lot to expect with this movie. It's to me, Phantasm 3 is one of those movies that you can watch to just pass the time, or it's kind of like the filler throughout the franchise. But yeah, it's at my number 3. At number 2, we have Phantasm. Yeah, I know why. Phantasm is a great movie, don't get me wrong, but it's not, when I think of the Phantasm franchise, that's not the film that comes to mind. I do like the creepy atmosphere to it. I do love the score. The score throughout the Phantasm franchise has been amazing. The tall man is definitely creepy in his own way, especially the mirror scene that we have. And it's a great movie, but it is a slow burn. It's not like the other films that we get throughout the franchise, but I still have it at my top because to me it is a horror masterpiece. But it's just not one that I will. It's just not one that would be on the top of my list. And at number 1, we have Phantasm 2. When I think of the series, not theory, the series, I think of Phantasm 2. Of course, Phantasm 2 was the first sequel I saw before I saw the original. I like the actor who plays Michael. Yes, we didn't get the original actor until later on, but I was still okay with it. I like how they kind of, Michael knows that what happened was real, but Reggie basically is telling them that it's not real until Reggie goes through a tragedy, for himself to realize that Mike's been telling the truth. And we just kind of realize what's been going on, that he's been hitting all these towns. The hardware store is the greatest scene where they're just grabbing all these different tools, building these weapons, and then at the end they just put money in the register, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, I like the connection between Michael and this new girl. One of my favorite lines in this film is at the beginning when Michael basically tells the doctor that he's ready to go out into society. He wants to accomplish a few things and has realized that whatever was going on wasn't real. And at the same time he's saying this, his mind is like, yeah, tell him what he wants to hear. And then the doctor's like, well, just remember, everything that happened did not happen, wasn't real, was all in your head. And as Michael's walking away, he's like, the fuck it was. So I love that scene. That's probably one of my favorite scenes and lines in the film. And yeah, it's Phantasm 2, I think, is a great sequel. Very fun, very enjoyable. Of course, this and the third movie would be filmed back to back, so it's like one giant long film. Um, but yeah, so that's my ranking. Just to give you guys a quick recap, at number 5 we have Phantasm 4, Oblivion. Number 4 we have Phantasm 5, Ravanger. Number 3 is of course Phantasm 3. Number 2 is the original Phantasm, the first film out of the series. And number 1 is Phantasm 2. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below what's your ranking. I would love to hear what your ranking is on this franchise. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I do movie-related content like movie reviews, DVD, Blu-ray updates, and things like that. And I also do wrestling-related topics, like discussing wrestling-related news or wrestling predictions. So with that being said, until next time, guys, take care, and I will see you in a future video. Peace.